Mangaru's Tutoring Services Mathematics Classes. In this topic, we will learn about multiples, factors, prime numbers, and composite numbers. Firstly, multiples. A multiple of a given number is the product of the given number and any integer. For example, the multiples of 5 are 5, which is 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15, 4 times 5 20, and 5 times 5 is 25. So the first 5 multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Example 2. The multiples of 12 are 12, which is 12 times 1, 24, which is 12 times 2, 36, which is 12 times 3, 48, 60, and 72. Again, that's in ascending order. The multiples of 13 are 13, 13 twos, which is 26, 13 threes, which is 39, 13 fours, which is 52, and 13 fives, which is 65. Next, we have factors. The factors of a given number are the numbers that a given number is divisible by. Divisible simply means can be divided by without leaving a remainder. I will explain that now. Example 1. The factors of 12 are 1, because 1 into 12 is 12, 2, because 2 into 12 is 6, no remainder, 3, because 3 into 12 is 4, with no remainder, 4, because 4 into 12 is 3, again no remainder. 5 is not a factor, because 5 into 12 is 2, remainder 2. 6 is a factor, because 6 into 12 is 2, with no remainder. And lastly, 12, because 12 into 12 is 1, with no remainder. 12 divided by a number higher than itself would give us a fraction, so the highest factor of 12 is 12. So the highest factor of a number would be itself, and the lowest factor would be 1. Example 2. The factors of 60 are 1, 2, 2, because 2 into 60 is 30, 3, because 3 into 60 is 20, 4, because 4 into 60 is 15, 5, because 5 into 60 is 12, 6, because 6 into 60 is 10, 10, because 10 into 60 is 6, 12, because 12 into 60 is 5, 15, because 15 into 60 is 4, and 20, because 20 into 60 is 3, 30, because 30 into 60 is 2, and 60, because 60 into 60 is 1. Next, we have prime numbers. A prime number is a number which is greater than 1 and is only divisible by 1 and itself. For example, 5, the only numbers that can go into 5, or in other words, that 5 can be divided by without a remainder, is 1 and 5. For example, 2 cannot go into 5 without a remainder, because 2 into 5 is 2, remainder 1. Neither can 3 or 4. Next, we have the number 13. The only numbers that 13 can be divided by without leaving a remainder is 1 and 13. Next, 67. If we try to divide 67 by any number other than 1 and 67, we will always get a remainder. So these are just 3 examples of prime numbers. There are a lot of numbers that are prime other than these numbers. Lastly, we have composite numbers. A composite number is a positive integer which is not a prime number. This means it has other factors other than 1 and itself. So this definition is in relation to prime numbers, since we already learned prime numbers. So, for example, 4 is a composite number because not only 1 and 4 can go into 4, but also 2. 2 into 4 is 2, with no remainder. 6 is a composite number because 2 can also go into 6, 3 can also go into 6, and they both would not leave a remainder when dividing 6. 8, 9, and 10, these are also composite numbers because they have factors other than 1 and the number itself. This brings us to the end of the definitions and examples. You can now pause the video to write down all the notes. We will now move on to an exercise. Exercise 1. You can write down all of the questions now. No need to pause the video. And afterwards, once you have attempted them, we will go through the solutions. Number 1. List the first 5 multiples of 7. Number 2. List all the factors of 27. Number 3. What is the lowest common multiple, abbreviated as LCM, of 12, 15, and 10? Number 4. What is the highest common factor, abbreviated as HCF, of 48 and 32? Number 5. List all prime numbers between 1 and 50. We will now go through the solutions for the exercise. Number 1. The first 5 multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. List all the factors of 27. The factors of 27 are 1, 3, 9, and 27. Number 3. What is the lowest common multiple of 12, 15, and 10? So we will list the multiples, or a few multiples, of each number. So the multiples of 12 are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, etc. The multiples of 15 are 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, etc. The multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, etc. We will now identify the common multiples and then choose the lowest one. So we can see that all 3 numbers have 60 as a multiple, and this is the lowest common multiple because there are no other multiples that we have identified. Number 4. What is the highest common factor of 48 and 32? We will list some of the factors for both numbers. The factors of 48 are 48, 24, 16, and 12. So those are just some. Some of the factors of 32 are 32, 16, and 8. We will now look to see if there are any common factors, and then we will choose the one that is highest. We can see that both numbers have a factor of 16, and since we have listed them in descending order, 16 will be the highest common factor. Number 5. List all prime numbers between 1 and 50. Now remember, a prime number is a number which has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. You can check all these numbers that I'm going to give you for yourself and see if they have any other factors. The prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, and 47. This brings us to the end of the exercise solutions. You can pause the video now and take down all of the solutions. Thank you for watching. If you have found this video to be helpful, please feel free to contact us for more information about our classes.